watching what happened with the Cowboys yesterday, it made me do a little tiny Snoopy dance because that wait to see is going to be correct. It doesn't matter what Jerry Jones said about Mike McCarthy after getting crushed in the worst home loss since the 80s, maybe on Jerry Jones' 82nd birthday. Happy birthday, Jerry. 47-9, surrounded by cameras. Listen to what he said about Mike McCarthy. So what he said about Mike McCarthy was that, hey, I'm not making a change. Why are you asking me about a coaching change? Because Mike McCarthy needs to get fired. And so I wanted to give you the exact wording of Jerry Jones because it's fascinating how he chose his words.
Consider that. I'm not considering that. Just so you're clear, I'm not considering that.
But you've done it once before.
I wouldn't be a hypothetical in that matter. Do you think I'm an idiot? Do you? Okay, well, I'm not going to hypothetical with you about when I'd consider coaching change in light of the timing we're sitting here with. I'm not at all.
I'm not going to hypothetical with you. Now, every day when I meet the media, everything I do behind closed doors in my office in the tower that's full of ivory, all we do is hypotheticals. If we do this, then this will happen. If we do that, this will happen. That's your job. What? Hold on. Coca, did I get it wrong? Did he not look at the scrum of reporters and say, I'm not going to talk hypotheticals with you about making a change? Okay, let's talk practical, pragmatic, reality. What is it about the Cowboys who are being blown out by halftime of just about every home game? They've lost their first 3 home games. The Cowboys, in a division full of mediocrity, turn out to be worse than mediocre. What is it about your team that you think is good? From a status of good, what do you got? Dak Prescott signed. You caved. You're now one of the teams overpaying a quarterback, wondering to yourself, hey, are we Jacksonville? Hey, are we Cleveland? All right, you got a good receiver, can convert a 4th down for you if you need him. Do a couple things. Mr. Lamb. All right, what else? Oh, I remember what you told us because we've got it on video. I remember when you said, listen, the salary cap is the salary cap. There's nothing we can do. When we've got certain allocations, then, the rest of the team obviously is going to suffer a bit. As though trying to say the system he's in is different than the system the other 31 teams are in who have successful franchises, who can go from losing to winning, who understand that you've got to be nimble, who understand that every once in a while you're going to need a new GM. There's no owner who has had the same GM since the 80s, 90s. What's he going to do with McCarthy? He's definitely not going to be coaching the Cowboys next year. The question is he going to do a mid-season switch? Do you think the Cowboys can turn it around? They have to. So I think that's what you're going to see. Unless, of course, Jerry Jones looks at the other teams and says, hey, they've got all these great expensive quarterbacks and they stink too. So I don't think I should be the one making a change.